He only stopped because of the rain. But in that storm, he saw a boy searching for a mother who never came home.
Mom!
One missing woman, one terrified
Mom!
child,
Where are you?
and one
Mom!
billionaire who steps into a world he was never meant to enter. What they uncover in the dark streets will change everything. Stay here, because the truth is about to break open. Asterisk.
My mother didn't
Before
come
starting
home.
the story, comment please from where you are watching. If you like the story, subscribe the channel for more such motivational stories. Asterisk. The rain was falling with such force that it felt as if the sky was releasing all its pain in a single night. The tall glass buildings disappeared behind layers of fog and clouds. The sound of traffic drowned beneath thunder, and the city's frantic rush faded into a blur of moving umbrellas and splashing. Footsteps. Asterisk. In the middle of the storm sat a luxurious black car at a red light. Inside it was Aaron Blake, billionaire, CEO of Blake Industries, a man whose name alone could silence a room. He had everything money could buy, except for the warmth of family or the comfort of belonging. Asterisk. As he gazed out through the rain-blurred window, something unusual caught his attention. Asterisk. A small boy no older than 12 running through the rain, searching the streets with frantic movements. Asterisk. He checked under benches, looked behind trash bins, scanned the faces of passing strangers. Asterisk. His clothes were soaked, his shirt torn, and his shoes didn't match. Asterisk. But the desperation in his eyes. That was what struck Aaron. The boy stopped at a fruit stall and, wiping rain from his face, asked softly, "Sir, have you seen a woman wearing a blue scarf? My mother, she didn't come home last night. I'm looking everywhere." Asterisk. The shopkeeper shook his head with sympathy, but offered no help. Aaron felt something shift inside him. Hey? Memory he kept buried the night he lost his own. Mother rose painfully to the surface. Asterisk. He opened the car door. Without warning. Asterisk. Sir, the rain. His driver tried to stop him, but Aaron didn't listen. He walked straight toward the boy, his expensive shoes splashing through dirty puddles. Asterisk. The boy stepped back nervously, assuming he had done something wrong. Asterisk. Did I do something bad, sir? He asked timidly. Asterisk. No, Aaron replied gently. What's your name? Asterisk. Liam, sir. I'm just looking for my mom. She didn't come home. I don't know where else to look. I'm trying so hard. His voice cracked and his small shoulders trembled, for a reason he couldn't explain. Aaron felt his own heart tighten. Asterisk. He took a breath and said quietly, Asterisk. Liam, I'll help you find your mother. Asterisk. The boy stared at him, confused at first, then hopeful, a spark of life lighting up his exhausted face. Really? He whispered. Asterisk. Double quotes. Yes. Aaron nodded. Really? He didn't know then that this promise would alter the path of his life. But something deep inside him told him that tonight he was meant to step out of his protected world and into the storm of someone else's struggle. Asterisk. As the rain slowed into a quiet drizzle, Aaron drove Liam toward the neighborhood the boy called home. The luxury car felt foreign among the narrow streets it entered, the headlights revealing corners of the city that rarely ever saw any form of wealth or attention. Asterisk. The deeper they went, the more the city changed. Asterisk. The bright billboards, polished streets, and shining towers vanished behind them. In their place came cracked roads, full of puddles, dimly lit alleys, broken windows, patched with cardboard, children running barefoot in the mud, old men sitting outside rusted doors, staring into nothingness. Asterisk. Women carrying heavy water buckets from faraway taps. Asterisk. Thick webs of electric wires hanging dangerously low. Asterisk. It was a forgotten world, ignored by the city and invisible to the privileged. Liam lowered his head as if ashamed. People don't like coming here, sir. They think it's dangerous or dirty, or worthless. Aaron looked at him with a softness the boy didn't expect. "You live here," he said. "That already makes it worth something." Liam led him toward a small house, if it could be called a house. A sheet of rusted metal served as the door. Tied with a single latch, the entire structure leaned slightly to one side, as if it was tired of standing. "This is home?" Liam murmured. But Aaron didn't mock or pity. He simply said, "Let's go in." Inside, the room was tiny, just two thin mattresses on the floor, a cracked window, and a wooden crate used as a table. But it was spotless. The walls were decorated with colorful drawings made by a child, a smiling woman, a house, a tree, and two stick figures holding hands. "That's my mom," Liam said quietly, pointing at one of the drawings. She says even if we don't have money, we can still keep our hearts beautiful." Aaron blinked, deeply moved. This woman whom he had never met had more dignity and warmth than many wealthy people he knew. Liam pulled out a worn bag and took out an ID badge. "This is her work card. She cleans offices at night." Aaron examined the badge carefully. "She was working yesterday when she disappeared." Liam continued, his voice trembling. She never breaks promises. She always comes home." "Something is wrong, sir." "I feel it." Aaron knelt down in front of him. "We'll find her," he said firmly. You're not alone anymore." For the first time in years. Aaron felt like he wasn't just a businessman. He was a human being again. Aaron and Liam returned to the city, their mission now clear. Liam's eyes scanned every passing bus, every crosswalk, every woman walking under an umbrella, hoping one of them might be his mother. Their first stop was the office building where Elena, Liam's mother, worked night shifts as a cleaner. The security guard at the gate stepped forward. "Sorry, no visitors are allowed after." Aaron interrupted. "I'm Aaron Blake. We're looking for a staff member." The guard's expression changed instantly. People often feared or respected Aaron's status. But tonight Aaron used that power for something meaningful. The guard thought for a moment and said, "Yes. Yes, Elena did come yesterday. But she wasn't feeling well. She looked pale. She almost fainted." Liam gasped. What happened?" "Where did she go?" "Well," the guard continued, "someone helped her to a bus stop. I didn't see who. I just saw her holding her stomach. She looked very sick." Aaron exchanged a troubled glance with Liam. "Do you know what bus it was?" Aaron asked. "I'm not sure," the guard admitted. "But it headed toward the old market district." Liam's voice broke. "Sir, do you think something bad happened to her?" Aaron placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "We're going to find her. I won't stop until we do." They went from shop to shop, stall to stall, questioning sellers, asking bystanders, searching streets where the night was still, wet from the rain. Some people recognized Elena. Others said they hadn't seen her in days. But no one had clear answers. Hours passed. Liam's small legs trembled with exhaustion. But he didn't complain. He kept searching, calling out quietly, "Mom, Mom, where are you?" Aaron watched him with a heavy heart. This was not just a search for a missing woman. It was the desperate fight of a child trying to hold on to his only remaining family. And Aaron was determined not to let him lose her. The night deepened as Aaron and Liam continued their search through the old market district. Most shops were closing, their shutters rattling in the wind. A few flickering streetlights cast long shadows across the wet pavement. The storm had passed. but the streets still smelled of rain, mud, and damp wood. Asterisk, a tired fruit seller, sweeping water away from his stall, pointed them toward a narrow alley. Asterisk, a woman in a blue scarf. He said, "Yes, I saw someone helping her walk toward the old clinic. It's been shut down for months, but some sick people still go there, hoping for help." The words struck both of them with a chill. The old clinic, the place people went only when they had no money. No choices, no hope. Aaron immediately guided Liam toward the alley. The path was dark, with broken bricks and shattered glass scattered across the ground. Liam clung to Aaron's sleeve, not out of fear, but out of silent desperation. As they turned the corner, the clinic came into view. A gray, worn-out building with half its windows boarded up. Asterisk, the sign above the entrance hung crookedly. Asterisk, City Health Center, closed until further notice. Asterisk, the paint was peeling. The walls cracked from years of neglect, and vines had begun creeping over the entrance. It looked less like a medical building, and more like a forgotten shell. Asterisk, but for Liam, this place represented one thing. Asterisk, maybe. Just maybe? His mother was inside. Asterisk, Aaron pushed open the door. It creaked loudly, echoing down the empty halls. The air inside was cold and stale, carrying the smell of dust, old medicine, and damp walls. The corridor was dim, lit only by the moonlight slipping through the broken windows. Asterisk, Mom? Liam whispered, his voice trembling. Asterisk, no. Answer. Asterisk, only the soft drip of water leaking. Through the ceiling. Asterisk, they walked slowly deeper into the clinic. Each step felt heavier. Each shadow felt suspicious. Old chairs were overturned. Medical. Files lay scattered on the floor. Asterisk, a broken gurney rested against the wall. The silence was suffocating. Suddenly, Aaron stopped. Asterisk, do you hear that? He whispered. A faint sound, a cough, weak, painful, echoing from the far end of the hallway. Liam gasped. That's her. I know that cough. Before Aaron could react, the boy took off running. Liam, wait! Aaron called, but Liam didn't listen. Asterisk, the boy bolted down the hallway, turned left into a small waiting room, and froze. Aaron caught up and saw what Liam was staring at. On an old sofa, wrapped in a torn blanket, lay Elena. Her face was pale. Her hands were trembling. Asterisk, her breathing was shallow, as if every inhale was a battle. But her eyes, weak and tired, still searched the darkness for her son. Mom, Liam whispered. Elena slowly looked up, and the moment she saw her boy, tears gathered in her eyes. Asterisk, Liam. She breathed out softly. Asterisk, my baby. You found me? Liam rushed to her and threw his arms around her. His small body shook with sobs. Aaron stepped closer. Elena looked at him weakly. You brought him here? Aaron nodded. Liam was looking for you. We came as fast as we could. Her eyes softened with gratitude. She tried to sit up, but her body was too weak. Asterisk, I lost consciousness on the bus. She whispered. Asterisk, someone helped me here, but the clinic was closed. I've been here since yesterday. I couldn't get up. Aaron's jaw tightened. This woman, who worked tirelessly, who raised her son with dignity despite their poverty, had been abandoned by a system that didn't care. Asterisk, this is unacceptable, he muttered under his breath. He gently picked her up in his arms. Liam, stay close, he said. Liam wiped his tears and nodded firmly. As Aaron carried Elena out of the building, Liam walked beside him, holding his mother's hand the entire time. Asterisk, tonight. They were no longer alone. Asterisk, Aaron rushed Elena to a private hospital, one of the best in the city. Asterisk, Doctors immediately began treatment. Asterisk Liam refused to leave her side, even as nurses worked around her. Hours passed. Finally, a doctor came out with a clipboard and removed his surgical mask. Asterisk, she's going to be okay, he said gently. Asterisk, she was severely dehydrated, exhausted, and her blood pressure had dropped dangerously low. But she's stable now. Liam hugged Erin with a sudden burst of emotion. She's okay. She's really okay. Asterisk Erin placed a comforting hand on his head. Relieved. Asterisk when they stepped into her recovery room, Helena was awake, still weak, but smiling. You saved me, she whispered to Erin. No, he said softly. Asterisk, your son saved you. I only followed him. Asterisk Helena chuckled weakly. He's stubborn. He never gives up. Asterisk Liam sat beside her bed, holding her hand tightly. Asterisk, but Erin noticed something else, a stack of unpaid medical bills on the small table beside her. Receipts for medicines, letters warning about rent, asterisk, a notebook filled with her work hours, far too many for such little pay. Asterisk, a harsh truth began to form in his mind. Asterisk. Helena, Erin said quietly, how long have things been this difficult? She sighed deeply. A long time, Mr. Blake. My husband died years ago. I worked 3 shifts to keep Liam in school. But lately, my body is giving up. I don't have insurance. When I fainted, I knew I couldn't afford treatment. That's why I came to the old clinic. It was the only place I could think of. Asterisk Erin felt something powerful inside him, anger, sadness, guilt. Even though this woman was a stranger, her pain felt strangely familiar. Helena continued. I've seen you on the news, she said with a small smile. Asterisk, you own one of the biggest companies in this city. People say billionaires don't have hearts. Erin looked down. Sometimes, he admitted softly, they forget they're human. She reached out and touched his hand. But today, you saved my life. You saved my son's life too. So thank you. For a moment, the room was silent. Then Erin spoke, his voice firm. Asterisk, Helena, from now on, you won't struggle like this. Asterisk, she frowned. What do you mean? Asterisk, I'm offering you a full-time job at my company. Fair salary, health insurance, housing, everything you need. Elena's eyes widened in disbelief. You're giving me a job? Just like that? No, Erin said gently. I'm giving you a new beginning. Just like you gave your son hope every single day. Liam looked at Erin with gratitude shining in his eyes. In that moment, Erin realized something he had been ignoring for years. Asterisk, he had spent his life building companies, investments, wealth, asterisk, but he had never built a connection as real, as human, as meaningful as this. Asterisk, a week later, Helena stood stronger than before. Doctors cleared her to leave the hospital. She looked healthier, brighter, and more alive. Liam held her hand excitedly as they walked out of the building. Erin was waiting beside his car. Asterisk. Ready? He asked with a smile. Asterisk, for what? Helena laughed. Asterisk. For your new apartment. Erin replied casually. Asterisk. You and Liam can't stay in that old neighborhood. Not after what happened. Helena shook her head. Mr. Blake, I can't accept a home. The job is already too much. Asterisk, you're not accepting charity. Erin said. Asterisk, you're accepting stability, security, a life you've earned many times over. She hesitated, but Liam looked up at her with hopeful eyes. Asterisk, Mom, can we go, just to see it? Helena smiled softly. Yes, sweetheart. Asterisk, when they arrived at the building, she gasped. Asterisk, a modest but beautiful apartment in a safe neighborhood, clean hallways, green gardens, Play areas for children. A community that felt warm and safe. Liam ran inside first. Mom, come look. We have windows that aren't broken. And the tap works. Asterisk Elena covered her mouth with her hand, overwhelmed. Aaron approached her gently. You don't owe me anything, he said. Asterisk. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself. And keep raising your son with the same strength. Tears filled her eyes. I don't know how to thank you. Asterisk, you already have. Aaron replied softly. Asterisk, by reminding me what it means to be human. Asterisk, for the first time in years. Aaron felt like he wasn't alone. Asterisk, this small family, who had nothing, had given him something priceless. A sense of purpose. A sense of real connection. Weeks passed. Elena started her new job and quickly became a respected member of Aaron's team. Asterisk, Liam got enrolled in a better school. Asterisk, he smiled more. Laughed more. Lived more. Asterisk and Aaron. He started visiting them often. Sometimes to check on Liam's homework. Asterisk, sometimes just to share dinner. Asterisk, sometimes simply to sit in the warmth of a home that wasn't his, but felt more peaceful than any mansion he ever owned. One evening, as they all sat together, watching the sunset from the balcony, Liam said something that stayed with Aaron forever. Asterisk, Mr. Blake. Do you know what my mom told me once? Asterisk, she said, when life gives you darkness, look for the people who bring light. Aaron smiled gently. And who brings light to you, Liam? The boy grinned. You do. Elena placed her hand on Aaron's. You saved us, she whispered. Asterisk, and we'll never forget it. Asterisk. Aaron looked at them, the family he never expected, the love he never sought, the warmth he never imagined. Asterisk, and he realized, sometimes you don't choose family. Sometimes family finds you in the rain.